All right, guys. Today we're gonna go to a yard sale. I was actually heading to Charlotte, and I seen the yard sale sign today on a Friday, so we swung by and let's see what we can find today. All right, to start off, y'all seen this red truck, and it looks like the tags on it is kind of like from an antique shop, and I think it's like $60, so it's pretty pricey. And then I found this kind of derby car thing. I think it was like $12, and something like you put on a ramp and you race them. I remember when I was younger, I used to race these little things, so that's what caught my eye. Then in the garage, they actually had some comic books, so I was like, dang. So I started checking them out, going through them. I see this Sandman. I was looking for number one, and I'm not sure too much about this. It's a DC book, y'all know me in DC, so I kind of flipping through and seeing some stuff they had, some decent titles, some stuff that's kind of this minor stuff. There's a Star Wars, some X-Men stuff. I'm looking for a little bit older run issues, like 100 through like 200 is what I'm usually looking for. So when it gets up higher to 300, I don't really mess with them. So I'm kind of flipping through and just seeing if I can find anything good. Some Sleepwalker, some different stuff. So I'm trying to move everything around, be gentle. And the guy's talking to me. He's like, hey, you look like a guy from Pennsylvania. It was just like my buddy. He just got out of prison with a lot of tattoos, but a really nice guy. I'm like, what in the world? So I'm like, thanks. So I don't even know what to say to that. So I kind of flipped through, and I find this book all the time. I think he wanted like $6 for it. So I keep flipping through, and I see this. There's a Ghost Rider right here. That's the glow-in-the-dark cover. I have a couple of them, and I think there's a gold copy too, but that's the glow-in-the-dark one. And it had 100 on it. So I don't know if it was $100 or $1. And that other book right there was a good book too. I have a couple of them. So I just kind of flipped through, just seeing just sizing them up, seeing what kind of prices he had, and just seeing if it was worth even looking at. And he told me that he just recently purchased his collection. He spent over, I think he said like 50 hours pricing every book out. So when I heard that, then I noticed how high the prices are. Well, some stuff like just off-brand books and weird titles are like $3-4. There's some. Then I see this book and it didn't have a price on it. I'm like, this might be. He might charge a lot for this because he don't have a price on it. So I kind of keep going through, and I see this one right here where Bane breaks Batman's back, and some Spawn books. I was looking for some newsstands, which would have been a good pickup for like $8. I think that's what he was asking for them. So I just kind of look for some stuff, a little bit of hunting. That's what I like to do. You gotta love the McFarlane. So I kind of just keep digging through, and I didn't even know there was another. There's another bin right beside this bin, so I was like, in a second you'll find out. I'll find some more books too. So I kind of just flipped through this stuff. I know War Machine's supposed to have his own series pretty soon, so I was looking for some War Machine, maybe a first, second appearance. Didn't find anything, so I'm kind of just flipping through. Savage Dragon, just different, stuff like that. I think even number one was a little high. It was like $10 or something like that. Then I see this Moon Knight book, and I think he was asking like $20 for this one, and I thought that was really high for just a regular book like this. And so Moon Knight, he had that one priced way too much. You got some Weapon X books. I was looking for number 72. That's the origin of Wolverine. Didn't have that in there. It's a Marvel book. I'm not sure what that was. And then you see Deadpool, and he wanted $30 for that, which I thought was, it's probably like a $15 book is what I would have paid for about. Then I see this Prophet book. I actually find this book all the time. He wanted $20 for it. It's probably like $1 book, maybe $2 max, what I would pay for it. So I'm just kind of going through. And like I said earlier, this guy said that he spent over 50 hours looking through all these books and pricing them. So he just recently priced all these books. So I was kind of worried that, that he had them overpriced, because a lot of people just go on eBay and they see the first sold price and they don't know nothing about comic books. So they get them and just put a price on the book and just think it's worth that. Don't look at the condition. Don't look at the grade. Don't look at just nothing. They just not knowing if it's a newsstand or not. So I mean, it's not really their fault. They just Google stuff and they see a book and they see the same cover, so they just try to sell it for whatever it says. They don't look at sold prices. They just look at pictures and they say, "Oh, this one they got this for $200. I'm putting $200." People can put anything for any kind of price. It depends on what they're gonna pay for. So I always go by sold prices. So, anyways, I see these books and I like I said, just look at this: $100, or a dollar. I'm not even really sure. And then the Vengeance of Bane. I'm not even sure what he's going to ask for that because it doesn't have a price, and he just recently went through them, so he didn't have that price at all. So I grabbed that one too, and not to mention this thing is minty condition. Like this is definitely a 9.8 candidate. It looks super, super, super duper clean. I haven't took it out yet, but like I said, it was so clean. So in a minute, he offered me. I don't know if I already said this or not, but he offered me $500 for the whole lot, and then you'll see these Marvel cards right there. I just moved over. He has that, and he has another bin he was going to show me. So I kind of just go through some of this other stuff, move everything out the way, and I'm just looking for just some decent titles and just something I can get, and just maybe I can snipe a deal out of here if I can find anything. You got Eternal Warriors. That's really nothing that I collect. There might be some people that like that, but not me. I kind of keep looking, and maybe I can find a good deal, like I was saying earlier. So I kind of just keep flipping, and then I think there's the Youngblood #1s right there. They didn't have #2. That's the first appearance of the Prophet. He wanted $12 for that. That's like $1 book. I pick that book up $1 all the time. And this is a Doom 2099 #1. I got the newsstand. My buddy was looking for this book. He had this one for $1.69. So for $2, I was gonna get it from my buddy, and he can just pay me back later. So I go ahead and grab that one, and I kind of keep digging through. And there's a Dark Hawk right here. I'm looking for #50, but he had the thing turned the other way, so it was going backwards. I was looking for #1, didn't have that. So I just kind of keep flipping through, and I think in a minute I find some more Spawn, and I start grabbing some more of that. And this Punisher Warzone, and just looking for some good keys. That's another $20.99. So a lot of '90s stuff he had. So I just kind of keep flipping through. There's probably books I miss. I'm just looking for just the books that I know, and I don't have time to look up all this stuff. And I'm not gonna act like I know everything, because I honestly, I don't. So I kind of flip through, and then I see these Wizard magazines. I know #1's worth a pretty good amount of money, and I'm not sure. He had $15 for every one of these, and they actually have the card with it too. They're all in the pack, so I think that's pretty decent. I didn't have time to look them up, like I said earlier, so I just flipped through them. And I was looking for #1 is what I was looking for. I think it's a Todd McFarlane. It's really cool, and I find another Todd McFarlane in a minute. Coming up, I think that's no, I thought I was #50, but it's not. So I flipped through looking for #1, and there's a Bishop one coming up, and there's that's not the Bishop one, somewhere. And there's Flash, there's Bishop right there. And there's the Spawn one, that's #11. So that's a pretty cool book, but I didn't pick it up for $15. Probably should have, not really sure. And then in a minute, yeah, this book right here, I've seen this book a couple times on the top 10 books to pick up. And this was like I think it was it's just a thicker book, and I thought it was worth some money. I actually ended up looking it up. I actually purchased this book for $8, and it actually ended up not being anything. So I thought there's a lot of them. I think there's like maybe 5 or 6 of these. So I go through them, and there's something, there is a Spawn coming up. Spawn number, let me see. I can't remember what number it was. I remember that one. There's a Batman cover like that. He's like going through the air and like punching something. I think it was somebody. So I remember, and then I see some X-Men stuff. There wasn't nothing really good. X Factor, and where is this? Maybe I didn't get the Spawn. Seeing some of this stuff, what was it? $8 for that. And $8 for that, which ain't too bad. I mean, that's roughly what they go for. But I usually get these books for like $2. There's some more Spawn. I knew it was coming up. I don't know what that was. And then I see this book for $10. First appearance of Angela. Still looking for the newsstand. No newsstand. And the rest of these I don't think was newsstands neither. And this right here, Static #1. This he wanted $35. He had 2 copies of this, and I was gonna get it, but I remember seeing this at a show for like $20. I went ahead and passed on them too, but I do end up getting this Angela and a couple more books. But let me tell you what happened at the very end. I'll tell you when I get to the house. But I end up buying a couple more books. I want y'all to see when I get home. But I got one of the best deals I've ever got at a yard sale, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see y'all at the house. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. We just got back from that yard sale. I'm going to show you a couple books I found. Y'all seen, obviously, all that good stuff. The guy actually, I paid $18, and he actually gave me a book. And I got this one. I thought this one was worth a lot of money, but I looked it up. It's not really worth much. The bag's coming off. Harbanger. I thought there was something about this book, and I don't know if it's this #1 or is it like this is like a big thick book, so I'm not sure if it wasn't and there's another book on the back, #0. So that wasn't nothing. That was like a bust. I got this from my buddy. Y'all seen that one? And I got Spawn #9, First Angel for $10. It's a little high, and this book actually didn't have no price on it. Vengeance of Bane #1. This thing is minty. It didn't have a price on it, and the guy said he spent over 50 hours going through every one of them books. So he went through all of them. I was like, dang, so he might ask for a lot for this one because it didn't have a price on it. And I guess he didn't really know about comics at all. I was like, how much for this one? He said, I'll just throw it in. So he gave it to me for free. So I got this book for free. How good is that? So I'm going to send this to CGC. I believe this is the first print. I'm not sure if there's a second print. And if y'all know more about this, please let me know. But this is the book. When I tell you it's a 9.8, I'll be surprised if this comes back a 9.6. This thing is super, super duper clean. I'm going to send this book off with, I got Rhino and, where is it at? I was going to send off Spawn #1. I got a newsstand. There's a little spawn tick, so it might be like a 9.6. I'm not sure if I'm going to send that one off. That's the newsstand, and I'm going to send off. I got a lot of decent books I found at the show. Where's it at? I got Rhino somewhere, but I'm going to send that one off too. That's probably maybe 2, maybe 3. So I'm going to send them books off together, and I'm going to do another video about that. But anyways, if you're enjoying the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I just wanted to show y'all that. I think that's pretty decent. I got it for free, so that was pretty awesome. The guy was a really nice guy, and my wife actually looked at some Pyrex she collects Pyrex and stuff. It's like this glass dishware. But anyways, thanks for checking out the channel. If you're enjoying it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.